Namaste viewers, I welcome you all back on this national webinar series Yoga Ramayana Vishwa Kosha History. We have with us Professor K. Subramaniam ji to speak about Sanketa Ramayana.
वंदे शंभुमापतिं सुरगुरुं वंदे जगत्कारणं वंदे पन्नगभूषणं शशिधरं वंदे पशूनां पतिं वंदे सूर्यशशांक वह्निनयनं वंदे मुकुन्दप्रियं वंदे भक्तजन आश्रयं च वरदं वंदे भक्तजन आश्रयं च वरदं वंदे शिवं शंकरं श्रीराघवं दशरथात्मजमप्रमेयं सीतापतिं रघुकुलान्वय रत्नदीपं आजानुबाहु अरविन्ददलायताक्षं रामो निशाचरविनाशकरो नमामि. Friends, in our series of Sanketa Ramayana, we are finding the symbols. Rama stands for what? Lakshmana stands for what? Sita stands for what? Kausalya, Sumitra, Kaikeyi stand for what? We are trying to see the various symbolic significance of the Ramayana. Significances of the Ramayana. Today, we shall see how the various yogas are symbolized in the Ramayana. The entire Bhagavad Gita is Yoga Shastra. Right from Arjuna Vishada Yoga to Moksha Sannyasa Yoga, all the 18 chapters are yogas. Later people tried to condense these 18 yogas into a few, and they are Raja Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Karma Yoga, and Prapatti Yoga or Sharanagati. These 5 have been popularized by Swami Vivekananda. One's life may be completely yogic. Every aspect of life may be made a yoga. When Sri Krishna Paramatma taught Bhagavad Gita to Arjun, all the 18 chapters have been presented as 18 yogas. We, for our convenience, have condensed them into 5 yogas. For our easy, simple understanding, Raja Yoga is our willpower. Everybody has the ability to be firm, ability to be strong, ability to be determined. And that determination, strength of willpower is Raja Yoga. A Raja commands. His will cannot be disobeyed. His orders are to be obeyed. And that is Raja. We have that willpower. The baby has the will to sit up. The baby has the willpower to stand up. The baby has the willpower to walk. 100 times the child may fall, but The child does not get tired. Child's willpower is such, the child succeeds in walking, running, etc. It is willpower. Of late, while growing, the will may be weak, but by practicing yoga, our willpower is revived. For all the yogas, determination is necessary. Next we have Jnana Yoga, we have curiosity. We want to know. We have inquiry after truth. We want to know the truth about everything, truth and about everybody, truth about the universe. That is Jnana. The child has the curiosity to learn. Everybody has the inquisitiveness to know. And this is Jnana Yoga, to know the ultimate truth, absolute truth. Everybody has that initiative, instinct to know the truth. Next we have Bhakti. Bhakti is prema. Who does not have the heart? And what heart is without love? Some people may have anger, some people may not have anger. But there is no heart without love. When that love is purified, when that love is ennobled, when that love is divine, when that love is ecstatic, when that love is transcendental, it's Bhakti Yoga. And then that determination has to be translated into action, determined activity. That knowledge, intelligence must be translated into action, intelligent activity. That bhakti is to be translated into action, loving activity, unselfish activity. And that activity is karma, karma yoga. Raja Yoga is willpower, we have it. Jnana Yoga is knowledge of truth, we have the curiosity to know. Bhakti Yoga is pure prema, we have the love. When all the three are translated into action as a service, it's called Karma Yoga. 4 yogas. And whenever we do it as an offering to the Almighty. Krishna Arpanam, Rama Arpanam, Shiva Arpanam, Bhagavad Arpanam. We do it as an offering, and that is Sharanagati. Anyatha Sharanam Nasti Tvameva Sharanam Mama. I surrender my all, my intelligence at your feet, my willpower at your feet, my love at your feet, my actions at your feet. Kuppinchi yagasina kundalamula kanti gagana bhagamella kappikonaga, Bhishma says. When Krishna comes to attack Bhishma, to protect Arjuna, Bhishma surrenders. Show me a single devotee. Show me a single jnani. Show me a single man or woman of willpower that has not surrendered his or her everything at the feet of the Almighty. The entire Ramayana is Sharanagata Shastra, Sharanagati Shastram. Now, we have condensed the yogas into 5. Raja Yoga, willpower. Jnana Yoga, knowledge of truth. Bhakti Yoga, pure prema, love. Karma Yoga, the translation of all the 3 yogas, Raja Yoga, Karma, Bhakti Yoga and Jnana Yoga into action, and that is Karma Yoga. As an offering to the Almighty, when it is done, it is Sharanagati, Prapatti Yoga. We find in Ramayana various characters who have specialized in one or all of these yogas. we shall go to Kishkinda. In Kishkinda, we have three major noble characters. One is Sri Anjaneya. Second is Sugriva. Third is Angada. Anjaney Swami was on the top of the Rishyamukha hills. He looked at Ram and Lakshman at a distance. Immediately there was a curiosity to know who they are, jnana. To know about them, jnana. And he has decided to go to them, willpower to approach them and learn about them. And instantly he fell in love with them. Whoever loved, that loved not at first sight. It's not necessarily a boy falling in love with a girl. When you look at Krishna, you fall in love with him. When you look at a great personality, you fall in love with him. When you find an excellent person of noble qualities, you fall in love. That love is spontaneous. That love is instant. That love is immediate. That love is at first sight. That's prema. Whoever loved, that loved not at first sight. Whether it is boy-girl love, master devotee love, God devotee love, whatever it may be, we love. And Anjaney Swami had all the three. The moment he looked at Ram and Lakshman, he had the curiosity to know about them, jnana, knowledge of them. And he had the determination to approach them and learn about them, Raja Yoga. And he fell in love with them, Bhakti Yoga. All the three are translated into action, Karma Yoga. He became an excellent servant, dasa of Sri Ram. Service to Sri Ram, Karma Yoga. And he did it as a person who has offered his all at the feet of the Almighty. And that is Sharanagati. In Anjaney Swami, we find all the yogas at their best, perfect, culminated. His first yoga looking at Ramachandra Prabhu is love. Sri Raghavam, Ajanubahum, Aravinda Dalayataksham. Aha, what a personality! Pumsam Mohana Rupaya. Even men, Sarvasanga Parityagis, Rishis, Jnanis, all people, the moment they look at Sri Ramachandra Prabhu, they are drawn to him. They fall in love with him. Sri Ramachandra Prabhu is like a magnet. A pure iron bar will be drawn to the magnet. An iron piece will be drawn to the magnet. Such a handsome personality is Sri Ramachandra Prabhu. Anjaney Swami is a pure character of nobility, of strong willpower, excellent enthusiasm and inquisitiveness to learn, and above all, his heart is so pure, lovable, loving. Therefore, we find Anjaney Swami surrendering his all at the feet of the Almighty. He is a karma yogi, a jnani, a bhakta, a rajayogi, all blended into one. In the Sanketa Ramayana, Anjaney Swami is a symbol for yoga. Yoga of every dimension, yoga of every aspect. If you want to take the best example for a Rajayogi, you find Anjaney Swami as a person of determination. If you read Ramayana, Anjaneya is the most determined character. He has resolved to bring Sanjeevani mountain and he has brought it. He has resolved to fly to Lanka and he has attained it. Everywhere he is a person of firm resolution, stern determination, strong decision, and that is the quality of a Rajayogi. Similarly, Navavyakarana Panditaha, he is a scholar par excellence. He knows the truth. Brahma Vidya he has, Brahma Jnana he has, Satya Anveshana he makes, Satya Ananda he gets, and Prema Murti. Such a great person. He is affectionate towards everybody. He loves Ram. He loves Lakshman. He loves the Vanaras. He has such reverence to Sita, and that is a type of affection. Everywhere you find him to be a person of affection, prema, and his love is unparalleled bhakta. Therefore, in the Ramayana, in Sanketa Ramayana, in the symbolic Ramayana, you find Anjaney Swami as a combination of all the yogas, the quintessence of all the yogas, the essence of all the yogas, the spirit of all the yogas. And it has started with his first-hand love. Anjaney Swami looked at Ram, fell in love with him first, and all the others came automatically. All the yogas are not different. They are not watertight compartments. If you are a yogi of one dimension, all the other dimensions come of their own. At a distance, Anjaneya looked at Ram, fell in love with him. His yoga started with bhakti, prema, and then knowledge, truth, and then determination. You can arrange the order as we like. Suppose we come to the next character, Sugriva. Sugriva did not fall in love with Rama at first sight. On the other hand, he was afraid. He thought that Vali might have sent Ram and Lakshman to trouble Sugriva, to punish Sugriva, to give some difficulty to Sugriva, and therefore he was rather scared. At the same time, he had the inquisitiveness to know who they are, to know about them, to know about their whereabouts, to know the truth about them. Therefore, he requested Anjaney Swami, please find out the truth. He started with the enquiry after truth. Anjaney Swami started with Bhakti Yoga, Prema for Rama. Sugriva started with the enquiry after truth to know who Rama is. Anjaneya went, learnt about Rama, came back to Sugriva, told everything about Sri Ramachandra Prabhu. Even then, the doubts of Sugriva were not removed. He was not fully convinced of Sri Ramachandra Prabhu's valor and strength. He wanted to test. No doubt, Rama gave Abhayahasta. No doubt, Sugriva sought protection. But his doubt was still lingering. My dear Ram, thank you. You have promised to kill my brother Vali and make me the king of Kishkinda. But sir, my brother is not an ordinary man. He is very powerful. He has killed that demon, this demon. He went on narrating the great deeds of Vali. Are you capable, sir? Can you kill him, sir? Here is the skeleton of that great Dundubi. His dead body was once with flesh and blood. My brother Wali was able to throw by just holding its tail or head. The skeleton is here, huge skeleton, massive skeleton, and it is like a huge mountain. Can you throw it? He doubted. He wanted to know the truth about Rama's strength. And Sri Ramachandra Prabhu just threw it by the toe of his left foot, several hundreds of kilometers. Even then, Sugriva was not convinced. Still he wanted clarification. Still he wanted to know about the truth. And now he gave this next test. My brother was such a powerful person, he was able to take a single tree and throw it out. Here are the Sala Vrukshas. Sri Ramachandra Prabhu by a single arrow was able to fell not one Sala Vruksha, 7 sal trees. Sugriva started his journey into yogic life with questioning, with inquiry, with curiosity, with inquisitiveness. That is Jnana Yoga. It is only when he was convinced that Rama was the greatest personality, powerful personality, the strongest personality, he fell in love, he offered his all, and he had the determination to be useful to Sri Ramachandra Prabhu. So Anjaneya started with Bhakti Yoga and all the remaining yogas came in queue. Sugriva started with Raja Yoga to know about the truth of Ramachandra Prabhu, all the others came. Now we find Vali and his son. While dying, Vali looked at his son Angada. My dear Angada, here is a great man, Sri Ramachandra Prabhu. I offer you to him. Follow him. Serve him. His instruction was that Angada should serve, seva, karma yoga. Father said, I do it. Angada started with karma yoga, and then he found Rama to be a great God, Rama to be the ultimate truth, and Angada was determined to continue to be the servant of Sri Ramachandra Prabhu. He surrendered his all. If you take these 3 characters, Anjaney Swami, Sugriva and Angada, Anjaney Swami started with Bhakti Yoga first. All the remaining yogas came one after the other, or all together at the same time. Sugriva started with Jnana Yoga to know about the greatness and grandeur of Sri Ramachandra Prabhu, and all the other yogas came one after the other and all together. Angada started with Karma Yoga. Father offered him and he went to serve Sri Ramachandra Prabhu. Service is Karma Yoga. And later on he fell in love with Ram. He knew about Ram. He was determined to serve Ram and he was offering his all at the feet of Ram. All the yogas are not watertight compartments. Whatever may be the first yoga which we practice, the remaining yogas come automatically. In the Ramayana, we find therefore the 3 characters Anjaney Swami, Sugriva and Angada, each starting with a particular yoga and ending up with the yogic spirit. May we now consider the 3 to be the 3 exponents, experiencers, practitioners of yoga. Mangalam Kosalendraya Mahaneya Gunatmane Chakravarti Tanujaya Sarvabhaumaya Mangalam Mangalam Mangalam.
Thank you, Professor K. Subramaniam ji, for speaking about Sanketa Ramayana. We'll meet again tomorrow. Namaste.